Hey guys, Lester, and welcome to another Minecraft mod showcase here on the channel. Today we're taking a little bit of a side quest away from the Chaos Awakens mod, away from the Ice and Fire mod, which have dominated my channel the past few months. And we are going to be talking about another brand new mod, or I should say brand new mod to 1.16, but an old mod that everyone knows and loves. Guys, we're going to be checking out the Twilight Forest mod today. So for those who don't know, the Twilight Forest essentially adds in a new dimension that is a fresh start. It has its own dungeons, its own way of traversing the land, and it's essentially your home away from home. So to my current knowledge, it doesn't affect the overworld still at all. It's in its own dimension, which I will be showing you guys how to get to. And before anyone starts freaking out, this video today is not going to be a full 100% dive into the mod. Since I have reviewed it before in the past, I am simply going to show you how to get to the dimension. And from there, I am also going to just fly around and kind of show you guys some of the stuff. If you guys want to see more on this mod, I will do individual showcases on the different dungeons, structures, etc. within the mod. Aside from all that, let's get started. So if you're wondering how to get into this mod, first off, you're going to want to dig a 2x2 hole like this. And you're going to want to surround it with any kind of flower. The flower sort or arrangement doesn't matter. It can be all one type of flower or all random flowers. Then you're going to want to get a bucket of water. You're going to take this water, pour it into the center like so. And then the final thing you're going to need is a diamond. So you're going to take a diamond, chuck it in, and you've achieved the Twilight Forest portal. It's not like your traditional portal, as you guys can probably tell already. It's just kind of, you know, on the ground like this. And all there's left to do is just to hop in. And you will be greeted by random... See, this is kind of what it can also look like, the portal. And we're in the Twilight Forest now. It is constantly this time of day, if you call it day. It is twilight. And things are going to get a lot more crazy here. Now, I've personally not been in this dimension since version 1.12. I'm pretty sure it was for 1.12. And last time I saw, they were still working on the final dungeons. Now, I'm not sure if that has been completed yet because CurseForge still has had some issues today. I tried loading up the wiki for this and it was giving me like error messages, but I was able to at least get the download. So whenever CurseForge fixes itself, maybe I'll learn more about the mod and its updates. But right now, all I can really show you is the lay of the land. So let's grab our map, which is something you're going to want to need for this. You're going to want to craft a blank magic map. Now, how you craft this is you will need all kinds of paper and magic map focus. The magic map focus is derived from glowstone dust, torch berries, and the raven feather. It also can be dropped from killing a death tome in one of the areas in Twilight Forest, and it has a 2.5% chance of dropping that as well, which is increased by looting. But once you get this, you will be able to sort of know your way around. And if you're wondering how to get the raven feather is dropped from a raven at a 0 out of 2 chance. Like, it can drop 0 to 2 of them if you find a raven in the world. And also if you find torch berries, which can drop off of the skeleton druid as well, which can spawn in any biome. And it can drop 0 to 2 of them. Or you can just find them laying about your world. But without further ado, let's right click it and get our map. So this is how you basically work Twilight Forest, is you follow this map around and you will see there are different parts of land which kind of indicate difficulty and where you can go. I see they've changed up the color scheme a little bit, but it still seems to work the way it does. So if you're wondering what spaces mean what, the green head means the Naga, which is the first boss you are supposed to be fighting. The little crowned head represents the, what's his name again? Twilight Lich, which is the second boss that you fight. And if we find any more on the map, I'll show you. But this is the dungeon for the Serpent Man himself, the Naga. As you can see, they have improved it quite a bit. If you've used to seeing the mod from back in the day, it looks super different now. But if you guys have seen how the Naga fights, he essentially destroys all the blocks in his land. And he just goes on about in a frenzy. Again, I'm not going to kill him or show what he drops because this isn't what this particular showcase is about. I'm just showing you guys the land. And this is the we're moving up to right now is the Lich King's house. Now, I don't think it'll let me break into this because if I remember correctly, they changed how... Oh, no, it is letting me break in. Did they change how that works? Okay, well, when I'm used to playing Twilight Forest, there used to be, like, magical spells around the structures that kind of prevented you from breaking. If someone's played Twilight Forest in 1.16, let me know in the comments section. Does it... Like, did they get rid of that? Also, here's the ravens that we spoke about. Well, if that's the case, I should be able to go to the snow area without getting any issue. It might be because I'm in creative mode as well. Yeah, it does. So right here, this structure right here is where the Alpha Yeti spawns. Again, this one is sort of like a mini boss, but he can spawn in there. If you see, I can't really zoom in, but right there in the center core, you'll see like a dungeon cage or a spawner. That is kind of how you know that the boss hasn't spawned in yet. If you see that, there's another Naga structure here. I'll show you guys the Hedge Maze over here. Like I said, this is just going to be me flying around showing off the structures because I do not want to fully go in depth. I want to make individual videos for that things. Here's the Hedge Maze. This is where you can fight the hedge spiders and stuff. It's a pretty cool area. Nothing too crazy about it. It just spawns in little attack wolves and spiders. Now, the next question that I normally get is when people are like, well, I don't have all of the bosses on my map because this is all the boss trophies you can get, which are, oops, I accidentally minimized. You can get the Naga, the Lich, the Minishroom, the Hydra, the Night Phantom, the Urghast, the Snow Queen, and the Questing Ram. And a lot of people are always like, well, they're not all on my map, so how do I do all that? Well, it's not meant to only be this map size. Like, sure, you could get lucky and find them all on one map, but that's not how it works. You have to actually go further out, and if you go off the map, then you make another map. Simple as that. Also, what structure is this? Oh, okay, where am I? Like, what is it saying? Is this the underground one? Is this the, let me see. No? Where does it say I am right now? It says I'm on top of a structure. Is it that? I think it's that. I think it's this right now. Is this the giant cloud place where the giants spawn? I think it is. Let me go up and show you guys this one. It's really neat. So on top of the clouds right here, you will find giant versions of yourself playing Minecraft. So giant miner, and there's the giant armor giant. And literally it's whatever skin you are using becomes them. And you can also mine giant cobblestone to get a giant sword or pickaxe. It's literally playing Minecraft, but for giants. It's really cool. They're playing like a Skyblock series. It's really funny. Moving on is the formidable Thorn Maze that everyone knows and loves from Twilight Forest. I don't know why this house is right here. That's where the druids spawned. I don't know why that spawned in there. It's not supposed to be. And this is the final house or structure, I should say, that's within the entire structure, within the entire dimension. This is the final castle you're meant to go to once you have beaten all the bosses. To my knowledge, they do have things here. Harbinger Cube, NYI. I think that means it hasn't been completed yet. So they are still in production for this final thing. As you can see, the spawner is there. Let me just hop in here. Final boss here, you win. You can join the Twilight Forest Discord server to follow the latest updates and blah, blah, blah. That's funny. But yeah, so they've been working on this mod for years now. Almost about as long as the Orspun mods existed. So that's about 8 or 9 years. And the final dungeon has still not been completed. They're working on it. Don't worry. They have their little workers right here. But this is the final castle dungeon. This is what you are working towards endgame. Personally, like as you can see right now, it's not worth getting to because you get here and you're just done. Like there's nothing to fight. They do, of course, plan on, adding in the final boss once they do. Oh, I see the Snow Queen over there. We're going to fly over and say hi to the Snow Queen, and that's probably going to be unless I can find the Hydra structure. But again, really cool place, even if it is currently, not completed. The rest of the mod do not worry. All the other dungeons I've shown you thus far are all functioning. There's nothing wrong with them. The only thing that I can say is since this is ported into 1.16 now, there might be a slight glitch here and there depending on where you are in the lands. But there's nothing really you can do about that. Overall, though, it's a very beautiful mod. Like just like looking at this, like it's so beautiful. Actually, it's so beautiful. That's gonna be the thumbnail. But yeah, like I enjoy it so much. And if you've noticed a pattern, there's always 4 small, medium-sized dungeons around a main dungeon for the bigger dungeons. Oh boy, we're about to head to the Snow Queen's land. So when you hit the ice right here and go up it, you will find the penguins. It's pretty peaceful right before you enter the Aurora Borealis that is the Snow Queen's dungeon. Yes, it's supposed to look like this. It's ridiculous. You can actually mine these blocks too, and they can, you know, be their whole Aurora Borealis-like thing. Now, if I go all the way up here, we'll see the Snow Queen. If you hear that clanging, that is the sound of the, whatchamacallits, the skeletons. Alright, let's break in. So as you can see, you will find some chests here with some cool items in there. I'm not sure if they've added new items to this Twilight Forest. Normally when Twilight Forest updates a version, they don't add new things. They just kind of, you know, do their thing. Now, what's tricky about this particular one is the Snow Queen can be in any of the side towers. She does not have to be in the main tower. So she can be in like that one, that one. She's not in that one. She can be in like that one, that one. It's really tricky to find her. I'll search one more just to see. But like I said, it's meant to be tricky. Some of these dungeons you're meant to endlessly kind of traverse to try to find loot and stuff. So I would recommend, if you are going to play this mod, install some backpack mod or like the Iron Shulker box mod, something that's going to have you have a lot of increased inventory space. But yeah, pretty crazy. Now, I'm going to look around a little bit more. If you're wondering what those tiny white dots are that are in all of the areas that look like a tiny mini pyramid, those are the I forget what they're called. Hills? Are they hills? There's one right here. It's basically a hill with a dungeon in the middle. It's like picture a giant cave like from 1.17, like the new cave update. Picture that kind of a cave, but with a ton of ore in it and a ton of goblins trying to steal your loot. Okay, actually, I think there is the last dungeon over here, so we can show that off and we can be done. But yeah, as you can see, there are different biomes in this place. There's not only one biome. We're about to find... Alright, so we're entering the Dark Forest. This is where the Urghast lives. I'll actually fly above it because it'll be easier. The 4-way dungeons that spawn on all 4 sides in this one is I believe it's the Knights, the Phantom Knights dungeon. I would show it, but it is very dark down there, so I don't want to, you know, ruin that surprise for you. And here is the Urghast dungeon. Again, a giant dungeon that you start from all the way down here and work your way all the way up. It's a very massive dungeon, as you can probably tell. I'm just going to fly to the top and show you the Urghast. But this place is full of all kinds of spiders, their own type of iron golem. It's its own puzzle as well. You have to find like 3 keys to enter the doors to get through. There's carbonite gas that roam the air around here as well. Very cool structure. And when you get all the way to the top, you find the Urghast. This beautiful ghast-like creature. Yeah, it's amazing. Also, he looks a bit updated too, like his textures look updated. But anyway, that is pretty much all I wanted to show you guys today with this dungeon. I pretty much have covered all of the main bosses and their structures and whatnot. Like I said, if you guys want to see me in-depthly cover each and every individual dungeon within this mod, I'd be more than happy to. Just leave a like rating down below, comment down below which place you would like me to cover, if any. And as always, I hope you guys did enjoy this mod showcase. If you did, smash the like button, show your support, subscribe if you are new. And of course, the Down First mod will be linked in the description. Just remember, CurseForge has been having issues the past few days, but if it loads for you, then it loads. If it doesn't, then I'd say wait patiently until they fix their stuff. Aside from all that, I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe. Goodbye.